I'm morphing into something that's so incredible that I'm dwarfing all competitors. Better get your girlfriend in check. It's psychological warfare. Endorphins I affect. Your self-esteem shatters his dialect. Comes
America's first competition talk show.
You're in the hub.
This is Machete with a special Cinco de Mayo message to Arizona.
They called him Machete.
Have you ever killed anyone before? As you know, illegal Americans are being forced out of our country at an alarming rate.
Make no mistake, we are at war. Every time an illegal dances across our border, it is an act of aggression against this sovereign state, an overt act of terrorism.
Taking your brothers and sisters in, deporting them back to their own personal hells. It's a law. There are many laws.
He's coming after us.
He knows the score. He gets the women, kills the bad guys.
We didn't cross the border! The border crossed us!
Second. Machete.
He gets the girl, Nate. He gets the girl. If you do it like Tarantino or whatever his name is, Tarturo, you get the girl.
Actually, you get the women.
You get the women. You get multiple girls. If you kill Whitey like this, you get all kinds of... I don't know how that... I mean, Jessica, you've seen more Robert Rodriguez films than Robert Rodriguez has seen. So, is this just... I mean, this is par for the course with him and Quentin Tarantino, but...
Blood and sex. That's all he does.
Blood and sex.
Blood and sex.
I mean, I don't
illegal blood and sex now.
But see, here's the thing: with the Arizona debate going on, with everything we've been watching for the last couple of months, I do not see how in the world you could be a responsible filmmaker and put this kind of crap out. Because I mean, ultimately, all we're doing here is fomenting race war, and I don't see how you avoid this. And you've got articles coming out these days where the authors are saying, no, this is just pure entertainment. This is just, he's just trying to make money.
How
he's
could
just
you
trying to
say
capitalize on a public discourse.
How could you say that when at the very beginning he says this is a Cinco de Mayo message to Arizona?
Yeah. Zoom.
Right.
Well, this was actually, it was a fake movie trailer from Grindhouse. Remember that came out a couple years back? And originally this entire film, he says, has been in the making for a long time. But it just happened to work out this way, to where it comes out 2 months before a general election, a midterms, and you've got this race, you've got this debate going on in Arizona right now over what is illegal and what is legal, and I mean it's a tinderbox right now. But I think back to blaxploitation films in the 60s and 70s and early 80s. This kind of thing all over again. I mean, this is mexploitation, Sam.
Well, I agree. It's crazy. I mean, maybe you guys have just enlightened me, but in watching that trailer, it just took my breath away. I was like, really? Really? Are we going to do this? And the problem is that when people watch these kinds of films, it becomes a reality for them. I mean, we've got enough trouble as it is. Why can't we build a bridge as opposed to...
Yeah.
This.
Well, I mean, I could just, I don't know. I mean, you throw Michelle Rodriguez in a lot of skin and Jessica Alba in a lot of skin on the screen. That's not going to appeal to MS-13 gang members.
Not to mention Lindsay Lohan licking a barrel.
Well, I know. She's out of prison long enough to make this film. Jessica?
If Michelle and Jessica are illegal, I say we open the borders. I mean, if they look like that, then let them in.
Oh yeah. Well, and then maybe I can get the women.
You get the women because that's the only reason you're not getting the women now is because they're just not here yet.
Yeah. Well,
if they were here, they would be all over us. That's the thing.
Well, we have conservative women, but they don't count.
Well, but you don't have to cross the border to wake up to Michelle Rodriguez every day. Most of us will only get the chance by putting her on the ceiling above our heads. There are college students all over America doing this. But
I think they just do it for the money. I don't think that they have any efficacy. I don't think that they've got.
Well,
Robert Rodriguez, his main market is the Latino market. His first film, El Mariachi, was.
Is this what Latinos want to see, though? Really?
Well, it's the
I mean,
same as,
okay,
like-
Is it pleading their case for them? Really?
I guess you could say the ones that are for open borders. This is their film.
Well, it's like Birth of a Nation, and for Latinos, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna watch this movie, and you're gonna see a million Mexicans hating the white man, just like you had a million white men hating black people back then.
And it's not even just the theme. To me, it's the fact that it's so targeted. They say they're going after a very niche market, and so the mass of America wouldn't even know about this film if talk radio people weren't talking about it, and people like you on your blog talk show, Nate Wiggum, the Nate Wiggum Show.
I can't help it,
But because we're just suffering for content in this current climate.
His current market is Latinos and also the youth, the ones that like the blood and the sex.
And see, that's the
And
thing.
great, that's our next generation coming up.
By going after the youth, he's definitely sending a political message to them.
What did you say it was, like 17 to 30 or something like that?
It's 18 to 35 is your target, male 18 to 35. And you've got some folks that are going to be, the vast majority are going to go in and say, oh, that was a lot of actions and lots of skin. Gotta love that. But it doesn't take that many. It takes 15 members of MS-13 walking in on Friday night to feel their revolution deep down in their groins. And after that, it's off to the races, metaphorically, physically, and literally. But the thing here, and that has a lot of folks upset, is that they filmed this film in Texas. And there are laws in Texas, just like here in Georgia where we filmed the Hub Internet Show, that actually allow for taxpayer subsidies to filmmakers. In the case of this movie in Texas, the filmmakers were eligible for about $1.5 million in taxpayer subsidies, reimbursements for the making of this movie. So in a very real sense, taxpayers in the state of Texas, state taxes, are paying for...
Okay, I've got an idea on that.
Sam?
Now, how are they supposed to recover this money? Now, are these subsidies to be paid back to the state? Because if they are, I think they should be paid back on how much profit this film does. And if there is profit, then those funds should go into border security.
Oh, yay.
Well, I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm sure Robert would love that.
Yeah.
Robert would definitely donate to that.
But he's not even a Mexican. He's an Indian. He's Indian.
Right. Well, he looks very Mexican, though.
He does look
very... And he has that Mexican,
What's it really about? Is it really about curtailing and reforming our illegal immigration and changing and helping immigrants find their way into the U.S., or is it really about just erasing the category of illegal?
It's about amnesty. It's about amnesty. Like, let them all stay and stay forever and bring more.
Yeah, because after all, we're a nation of immigrants, right?
No, we're a nation of legal immigrants.
Yeah, but we thought we stole that fair and square.
Well, I want to know, why is it so hard to go through the process? It's unfair to other people who have immigrated to our country that these folks don't have to go through the process, and some do. And I'll tell you something, every time I've ever been stopped, which is very few times, I've been asked for my driver's license, okay? Now, can I get my driver's license without showing that I'm a U.S. citizen? I don't think so.
No.
So these folks don't have to show their driver's license?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
If you don't have a driver's license, then we're going to look you up because everybody has to show their driver's license.
Yeah, maybe we should do it this way. We just document all legal U.S. citizens and request that they produce their documentation. For those who can't, we know they're the ones we got to go after. I don't know. It's a process of elimination.
Well, if you don't have a driver's license.
Worked in college.
Well, I have one.
Why not now?
I got one.
I got
you got one?
earlier.
I got one.
Way to go. We'll see you tomorrow on the Hub.